Government on Monday signed historic peace accord with National Socialist Council of Nagaland. The landmark peace treaty was signed in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi at 7 Racecourse Road. Home Minister Rajnath Singh and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval were among those present on the occasion. Prime Minister has described the Naga Accord as historic and appreciated Naga leaders for showing wisdom. He expressed deepest admiration for the great Naga people for their extraordinary support to peace efforts. On the occasion, NSCN leader T. Muiva said the accord has ushered in a new relationship between the centre and the NSCN. He applauded the leadership of Prime Minister, saying the NSCN and centre have come close to understanding each other under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Modi. 25 Congress MPs have been suspended from Lok Sabha for 5 days for disrupting the functioning of the House. The Speaker, Sumitra Mahajan, suspended Congress members for causing grave disorder. Both the Houses of Parliament adjourned on Monday following uproar over several issues including Lalit Modi and Vyapam. Congress President Sonia Gandhi has described the suspension of her MPs as a black day for democracy. Several opposition parties including TMC, NCP, CPI and AAP have decided to boycott Lok Sabha for 5 days along with the suspended Congress members. Another all-party meeting failed to resolve the logjam in Parliament, with the Congress refusing to scale down its demand of resignation of a senior minister and 2 chief ministers of the BJP. The government also appealed to the Congress to revisit its stance and let Parliament function as per the expectations of the people. It also said the Prime Minister would intervene if needed, but the opposition should first create a conducive atmosphere for a debate. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj on Monday said that she never requested the British government for travel documents for Lalit Modi. Making a statement in the Rajya Sabha amid opposition uproar, Swaraj said that opposition allegations against her are unfounded and baseless. West Bengal government has announced compensation of 4 lakh rupees to the kin of those who were killed due to floods. Flood situation in the state has worsened following heavy discharge of water from different reservoirs. Fresh areas have been inundated in Murshidabad, Burdwan, Howrah, Hooghly and Birbhum due to discharge of water. Home Minister Rajnath Singh spoke to West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and assured all possible assistance from the centre. In Assam, the death toll due to Japanese encephalitis JE have gone up to over 100 in the state. Official sources said that 475 positive cases have been found. Sivsagar, Jorhat, Golaghat are among the worst affected districts due to the vector-borne disease. Health officials said that the adult vaccination in 10 districts are going on. The Odisha government has decided to launch Onion Mission in the state. Agriculture Minister of Odisha, Pradeep Maharathi, said that the government will implement Onion Mission in order to rein in the exorbitant price of onion in the state. He said the government will set up 300 cold storage centres across Odisha in which about 25 lakh tonne of onion can be stored that will help in containing the price rise of onion. Supreme Court on Monday rejected Sahara Group chief Subrata Roy's plea for his release on humanitarian grounds by saying that he is in jail by his choice. A bench headed by Justice T.R. Thakur observed and referred to his earlier submissions when Roy had claimed that the group has sufficient assets to pay the investors. US President Barack Obama has unveiled an important plan to tackle the challenge of climate change. The aim of the revised Clean Power Plan is to cut greenhouse gas emissions from US power stations by nearly a third within 15 years. The measures will place significant emphasis on wind and solar power and other renewable energy sources. The 193 member states of the United Nations have reached an agreement on a new development agenda for the next 15 years that calls for eradicating poverty and hunger, achieving gender equality, improving living standards and taking urgent action to combat climate change. The draft agreement reached yesterday outlines 17 goals with 169 specific targets on issues ranging from ending poverty to ensuring quality education and affordable and reliable energy and protecting the environment. India started the Europe Tour campaign with an impressive 2-0 victory over France at Les Turquoise on Monday. Chinglasana Singh and SV Sunil helped India to dominate throughout the match and kept the European team in pressure. France came back strongly after the third quarter, but they failed to breach Indian defence line. Indian cricket team led by Virat Kohli arrived in Colombo for Sri Lanka tour. The Indian team is scheduled to play 3 Test match series beginning on 12th of August in Galle. Leg spinner Amit Mishra has made a comeback in the Indian Test team after 4 years. US tennis player Serena Williams held on to the lead in the Women's Tennis Association rankings released on Monday with 12,721 points. The rankings were unchanged this week as Russia's Mara Sharapova retained her second place, followed by Romania's Simona Halep.